Hello and welcome to Spa once again. It is the comp tier this time around for our fourth race in Spa because we've had X, Expert and Elite, and now it's time for our comp tier drivers. Bit of a special one for comp tier tonight because I'm not only joined by one, but I'm also joined by another. Because in the comms box with me is the Brixades boys of Ant and Chris.
Yeah, it's
Hello.
A few weeks ago we had the British Grand Prix brought to you by Brixades, and tonight we've got the Belgian Grand Prix with just Brixades comms. So absolutely no, this has got less bias than Sky Sports.
No comment.
I'm not going on that one. I'm not going to say any more on that one.
We'll just be looking for a Prix goes Hamilton moment. We're just going to be looking for it.
Sadly for our circumstances, the first car out leading the way around in this qualifying session is a Red Bull, which is not nice for us Mercedes drivers, but
we have parade. And I've got some news for you, Mr. Carl Edens. I've got some news for you. Speaking of
I've noticed. And I have noticed you're in a French car.
Oh yeah, we don't talk about that. But the race starts wet.
Ooh.
Well, actually, it starts. I say it starts dry, but it starts at 30 degrees. After 10 minutes, it drops in temperature and then rises again. So I think we're gonna have a wet, dry race.
Ooh, sounds tasty. A bit like X on Friday, which was
exactly
started wet and then went to dry conditions. As we're following Rendog, who is the lead car on track. So he'll be the first one to set the benchmark time as he comes out to the bus stop chicane onto the start-finish straight. The short run down to Les Source, DRS open, braking hard for Les Source. Looks nice and tidy, get on the power on the exit. Now it's a run down. The brief turn 2 before we enter Eau Rouge and then Radion. We go up the hill flat. Looks very planty through there, very easy to lose the car. Then we're on to the Camel Straight, which is straight, DRS wide open on the run down to the Lecombs combination. A right, then a left, a left, then a right, then a left, then another right. And then it's going to be downhill braking for the Rivage corner. And then it's into No Name. Now we're going to be flat out on the run to Pouon, but he seems to have broke a little bit too much for Pouon. Oh, he's invalidated, that is why.
Yeah, he has invalidated.
So we'll jump, or even Adamski's invalidated as well. Who's the next one on track? Hive, we'll jump to him.
Oh no, sorry.
We'll jump to Hive in the Mercedes, lovely. As he is coming through No Name on the run down to Pouon. Oh, gets slightly out of the way of Pouon, slightly over the limits. So we'll move away.
Somebody to have a clean lap. Can Stu do it? No. Maybe
we jump now to Baby Hornet, who's managed to get clean through Pouon. Just a lap will do nicely, lads. But I'm sure Baby Hornet will put. I'm sure Simon will put a lap in.
There we go, Gustavo on the exit. It's always pretty tight.
Yep. And now,
through the courbe Paul Frère.
Yeah, Blanchimont coming up.
You can tell you're French.
I speak French. Very different thing. You're in a French car. You're Frenchier than me tonight.
We just speak on baguette.
comes through the bus stop. Back end comes out a little bit on exit. Simon crosses the line and does a 44.1 to get us underway. Finally, we get a lap time in there.
C'est magnifique from le bébé honnête.
C'est absolument magnifique, and I would go as far to say you perfectly pronounced two corners bit, you had Bus Stop, and and I can't remember which one. But
So the English names he got right.
yeah, exactly. No name, no name.
And No Name, of course. The best corner on the track. No Name is the best corner on this circuit.
Oh, come on.
I
Des
get ribbed for being the worst Mercedes driver out of us three, and now I'm getting ribbed for my poor commentary. I see how it is. I see how it is, you two.
You're not the worst. You're the closest we've got. We haven't got anywhere near as close as you have to being Mick, which is very close to being a 7-time world champion. So.
Touche.
Chris,
I'll take
Chris has got
that.
7 times second place. So you know.
It's not about me. It's not about me. Tonight
Forever
is
the
about
bridesmaid,
tier
never
three
the
again.
bride.
Yeah, so
So
let's
for the
move on
moment,
though.
we've got Freddie in the Red Bull. He's got nearly an 8/10 gap at the
Yeah,
front.
43-1.
Well, I want to give a shout out to Freddie and Baby Hornet, who stepped up for Tier 1, aka Elite Tier on Monday.
Yeah, you're right
Both
to do
do
so.
not
Yeah.
normally run no assist, and they were fantastic, both of them.
Yeah.
We'll jump to the Red Bull of Rendog, who's having another crack at getting a lap time in.
Rendog also stepped up for Elite Tier on Monday, so big shout out to him. He's again not afraid to put his manhood on the line and show what he can do.
Yeah, it takes quite a bit to step up from the lower 2 tiers to have a crack at the top one. I mean, I only just managed to grow a set at Monza to give it a go, so yeah, sadly I was classified, but I did not make it to the finish line.
We've
But
only got
that was
7
Monza,
times.
this is Spa.
Yes. Yeah, and that second sector is very technical. Especially the start of it, and you can lose it so easily through Stavlo.
I would
Yeah.
describe it as joyful
And
hell.
Puan.
It's either joyful or hell, depending on who you are, unless your name is Joyful Hell, in which case you're Ryan's best friend.
We do not speak of that. Although it's very infamous at this track. Looks to be a decent lap coming up by Rendog at the moment, as he comes out of Blanchimont.
We've got quite a mix of tiers tonight as well. We've got every single tier represented tonight. We have tier 4 with Winky, for example. We have tier 2 with Airways, single track. We've got tier 1 with Chris and Saviour. So
Wait,
this is a
Saviour's
bit
here?
of an
I never knew
MRCX
that.
race.
If I knew Saviour was here, I would never have signed up.
He's in the house, just so you know who to target.
Who's in the what? He's in your who?
Dear oh dear.
In the ass.
Jumps at Armour as he's just come out of the bus stop to the line, and he sets a 42.6 to go quickest.
That's a great time. That's a very good time. I mean, I think that's quicker than most in tier 1.
Well, the
Because
starting
we
range
had
well,
rating
one
was
I
run,
think-
didn't we?
I think
that would have put him P5 in Elite Tier on Monday.
Right.
That would have
Yeah,
put
so
him
that's
on the
quick.
front row of Expert on Monday as well. That's a fantastic lap time. Great pace.
not many people on laps at the moment. We have several
Well,
cars on an out lap.
I've got Saviour making me proud, running the Inters.
Oh dear. The Ant Special.
So Adamski is about to start his lap.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't believe myself or Saviour are allowed to actually set a time.
No,
You're
you're not. Always, he goes very deep into the source. Not
believe
invalidated
only
though, but he's not gonna. It would have lost a lot of time.
I believe only tier 2 can set a time. And on
Yeah,
hard
on
side.
hard
Yeah,
tyres.
that's okay. I thought so. Cool. I'll have a little play on the intermediates.
I mean, you could have a battle with Saviour, like we had on Monday.
You
in
two,
qualifying.
Yes.
were the stars of qualifying. Let's put it that way. You two were by far the stars of qualifying in Elite. It's a good thing though, your teammates as well, so you always give each other the space and not hit each other in those conditions.
Teammates always give themselves
space.
Just
got lucky that I didn't sideswipe him when I lost it 4 or 5 times. It's pure luck.
Although you lost it just before No Name and lost your front wing, so it was about bum 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 wah moment.
I'm just used to driving with very low grip. You know, I drive with inters in dry conditions, so yeah, dry tyres in wet conditions is not a problem for me.
Yeah, the inters and the dry. Oh wow, it's an interesting choice. I'm not sure why you pick it.
Because it doesn't cost anything.
It costs your soul. I've just driven past Wookie's beautiful McLaren. Shame about the guy driving it, but you know, he's pretty quick when he wants to be. Mr. Wookie was in my DMs earlier, begging me for some setups, and so was Connor Hardy. So when either of them inevitably have a moment, Asso Rouge, I am not responsible. It's a driver error, not a setup error.
Smith's improving a bit for the moment into P10, well, in P10. And we've got Connor finishing a lap. He's a 10th up. So he's looking to go up into 7th, maybe, if he's lucky. It's P8 for the moment.
DRS is open. I think he's actually starting a lap.
He lost it in the final sector. He is, Connor's you're right.
He's one of those drivers, when he's on his day, he's actually very quick.
As he invalidates out of the source. Mind you, I'll just give him a quick shout out while I'm on him at the moment. He's not on a lap at the moment, but Ghost Rider, phenomenal qualifying in Expert on Monday. Phenomenal for a sports tier driver. I think he qualified 6th. Wow. In Expert, so if he can pull off a 6th in Expert, I'm expecting relatively high here.
Definitely.
As he's staying out of people's way at the moment. Let's try and find someone who's on a lap that hasn't. Oh, there he is. There's Chris Bailey, bit of airtime, very briefly.
Ghosty's got a lot of pace in qualifying. He's regularly been qualifying really well.
Yeah, single track, 44.2 on the hard tyres, P6 for our creator and owner. When rather long on the hard tyres in Expert on Monday. Did a hard soft. Which most drivers didn't tend to go for. Would have paid off if there was a safety car in that race.
Yeah.
Well, we did have, but they were early in the race. But if there was a later one, then he would have been a very big beneficiary. Sadly, I was stuck behind him while he was on those hard tyres, but I didn't want to make any silly moves, so I thought I'd sit behind him. Lost time, but
it's clearly something that can work. G-Star made it work the other day. He managed to was he in the, no, he wasn't in the lead. He was in P2 after the late safety car, having just not pitted the whole race. So it can work if you drive correctly, if you look after your tyres.
Yeah, plus it helps save your ERS as well, because you at least get the DRS at certain points and you get the tow as well, so it helps you save your ERS for when you need it at other times.
Hyven P16 is about to finish his lap. He's coming
up
to
the
best stop.
following in the Mercedes as we're speaking.
Bit of a twitch where he's got a good exit out of the bus stop. I reckon this put him maybe around P10, P5.
P5.
And does he have enough time to go to the pit? He doesn't. Doesn't have enough time to go to the pit. So that's qualifying for him. 43.8.
Let's give my teammate a bit of airtime as he starts a flying lap on the hard tyres. Mr. Fox, as he's coming up to Eau Rouge and Radion. Another Mercedes driver in expert. But here and now, he's in a McLaren. Mercedes powered, but a different name.
Better than Mercedes this season.
I'm not keen on Fox in a McLaren, that's for sure.
Jealous.
Bit of a traffic pile up on the straight.
Oh, I can see that on the mini map. Yeah.
And it turns out we're all on outlaps. We're all just trying to let each other through.
Oh.
Nobody willing to be the car at the front of the queue, so you get that tow, bit like Monza.
I'm just trying to stay out of everyone's way because I'm not meant to be setting a time, so I don't want to get in his way.
You're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing.
David in P14 is improving by 8/10, so that could probably bring up to P13 if he improves any more. P12 it is.
Yep.
Gonna keep as well. He's coming through the end of sector 2. Rendog's improving a little bit, but I don't think it'll give him any further positions.
Yeah, Fox is just coming to the end of his lap on the hard tyres.
So Smith has dropped some time.
Fox has put in P4 with a 43.4. That's a good lap for the hard tyres.
It is.
But Chris, you'll be like hold my beer during a practice session, wouldn't you?
No comment.
Hive is validated. We'll jump to one of the championship contenders of Wookiee as he's on his very last running qualifying
from an Alpine.
Yes, looks like it's a certain Christopher Bailey. Yep, giving Chewbacca a tow.
Slightly feeling jealous right now, but I'm okay.
In what way?
So many ways.
Always one for you, Chris. Scottish Ninja says, "How is my pal Big Bailey doing?"
All the better for knowing that Granty Ninja's good. Although, tell Grant to stop crying on Facebook about Volkswagen Polos overtaking him. I see everything.
Connor's improving a lot. Oh no, he's embarrassing.
Connor's improving? Oh, that's not really saying much, is it?
He improved by 8/10, but yeah, validated.
Got the two Ferraris very close together on the track, and Wookiee not far behind them.
Yeah, that's a 3/10 improvement in the second sector of Stube. He's getting a tow from Baby Hornet as well.
Yep. So Stube will cross the line just ahead of Wookiee. Stube goes P4. Wookiee stays in P7.
So this is it. This is our grid for the race.
Friddy is way down on his lap time. He's missing a front wing as well. So that's qualifying done. So Armor Red takes pole position in the Alpine, with Baby Hornet in the Ferrari finishing off that front row.
Mm-hmm. Two of the top dogs in MRCX for the Challenger tier.
Very true. As we'll run through the order for qualifying. Like I said, Armor Red on pole, Baby Hornet on the front row with him. Then it's Freddy, Stoob, the championship leader in P4, Fox in 5th, Hive 6th, Wookie 7th, Single Track 8th, Rendog 9th, Ghost Rider rounds out the top 10, Winky 11th, Connor 12th, David 13th, Smith 14th, Sambal 15th, Adamski 16th, Chris Bailey 17th, Lorpy 18th, Savian 19th, and Airways rounds off the grid in 20th.
This will be a very fun battle. I think you've got some really fast guys at the front. You've got some fast guys like Wookie who are out of position, Connor out of position, and then obviously the mix of the higher tier drivers.
Yeah, there is the rain.
Tasty race.
Get your brollies up, people.
Come on, Steve McLaren.
Promised. Now, this is the same as what we had in MRCX on Friday. The first third of the race is raining, the second third is cloudy, and the final third is hot, hot, hot.
Feeling hot, hot, hot.
Exactly.
And with it being a wet... And because we have the rain at this part of the race, the tyre allocation rule of the 2 compounds is null and void. Does not matter.
Yes. But what does matter is that at the end of the race, the penultimate lap, all drivers of a higher tier must dive into the pit lane and take a mandatory pit stop regardless of how the race has proceeded thus far.
Yep.
That, of course, will allow for the drivers who are in this tier to have a fair run to the line and claim their natural position.
It's only fair.
Exactly. Or, if you're me, probably you'll be in the wall before then anyway.
Pretty much.
But we'll see.
We've got 4 of the big guys up front. We've got Armour, Baby Hornet, Stoob and Freddy, but the real battle we're going to be looking for today is towards the back of the grid with Chris in P17 and Saviour P19.
No. The real one I want to see coming through is Wookie and Connor. I think they're out of position. I think, like you say, Armag at the front, he's the one I'm keeping an eye on personally. His pace on Fridays in particular lately has been remarkably good. And I tell you what, if I were Baby Hornet, I'd be looking to prove a point here. He's had some up and down races this season, but he's got pace. His own admission yesterday, I was chatting to him, and he said, by his own admission, he's got pace, he's confident. Just things don't tend to go right for him on race day. So, you know, keep an eye on these guys. I think they will come good. This is the kind of track where a good driver comes good, or if your name's Jay Sarge, just get lucky and luck into a result. Any opportunity, I've got to take it.
Hello, Jason. I don't know if he's in the chat, but hello.
Oh, he's listening. When he knows I'm talking about him.
Chris.
He knows when I'm talking about him. He's got an internal barometer that tells him.
Even when you're not in the same tier, you're still having a go. It's a never-ending battle. Never-ending battle between you two.
It's been 3 months since we last raced each other, and I've forgotten what it feels like. But that doesn't matter.
You're not missing much anyway. I've raced him all season this time round, and you're not missing much, that's for sure.
That's the real. I mean, there's a very good fight for the title in the expert tier, but the real battle is the battle for P4 between Jay Sarge and Ben.
Carl.
All our eyes on that
to the race start, by the way, guys. The countdown has begun.
Oh, okay.
Not sure if that's early or not, but here we are.
I don't know if we've had it, because I've got my phone muted due to so you don't hear sounds or anything in the background of the stream, so I don't know if we've had the message or anything to say.
Well, you're welcome. I am your beacon. Oh, Lorpy's here too. I didn't realise Lorpy was also here. There's 3 elite here drivers.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all fine. Quick
So
reminder
out on formation, everyone will be out on intermediates. No brainer there, so we won't need to look at tyres, allocations.
Quick reminder about what's at stake tonight. Stoob could clinch the title.
Yes, he's got a 42
and only if
point.
he outscored. Yep.
He's got to outscore Wookie by 8 points at least.
11, I got it wrong the other day.
11, okay. So effectively, if Stu takes the win and fastest lap and Wookie is lower than lower than third, it's all over. That is Wookie fourth with Stu winning with the fastest lap is the deal breaker.
Yeah.
So at the moment, with Stube in 4th and Wookie in 7th, obviously Stube in the prime position, and the question is, will Simon have any effect on the championship tonight? Because obviously he is teammates to Stube and he is the lead Ferrari. I wonder if team play will come into effect with those two at some point in the race.
They're friends, they're teammates, and let's be real, a teammate should help their teammate out.
Well, you two do it pretty much near enough every single week. You two are like in sync with one another.
We were separated at birth.
But we were in the same team.
You wouldn't think so, though.
Ooh, there's been a collision between Sambal and Adamski on the...
Yeah, I've seen on the mini-map, yeah, Sambal's
I just
on the grid already.
Nice. Yeah, he just got reset.
Good evening, Mandy. Glorious weather, as you can see, if you're a duck. That's all I'm going to say. If you're a duck,
be a duck.
Yeah, it's quack. Yeah.
But yeah, just to go back to Simon,
I swear I've just seen Chatty Duck appear somewhere.
It's actually Chatty Duck's birthday, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Happy birthday,
Chatty Duck. Have a chatty birthday.
I know he's probably not watching this, but there you go, Chatty Duck, happy birthday. As we wait for the cars to line up on the grid, as Fox misses his grid slot. Better parking.
I mean, you can't be expert champion if you can't park the car.
Well, good luck to everyone.
Yeah, yes. Here we go. Waiting for the lights. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and there's 5. And we got a racing in Spa for the CompTIA. Everyone getting away nice and tidy in these conditions. As Stube look to try and gain a few places on the start. As Baby Hornet goes a bit wide. As Stube's lost the car a little bit. Bit of contact there, but Armar Red gets away so cleanly. Freddy second. Wookie up to 4th already because of cars trying to get the traction down out of turn 1. Stube has dropped down to P6. As we have a yellow flag. Oh. Lorpy's gone already. We have a virtual. Oh, wow. Airways with a 5 seconds.
I think 5 seconds. The Delta just dropped very quickly on the way into the comp.
Yeah.
I believe that will be the cause, and we've got a bit of a
full safety car.
Full safety, yeah. That will null and void the inter period at the start. We saw similar on Friday, so we know what's going to happen here.
It's Eau Rouge and Rallion is so tricky in these conditions.
Yeah. I mean, everybody was side by side with somebody else, so either you both go through the corner and you crash, or one goes off track and survives. And I think I saw a few people going off track quite smartly to avoid these contacts. So
I saw Connor taking the shortcut across Eau Rouge on the left hand.
Yes.
That was, I think, him again trying to give. See, some people have criticised that, but actually, I think that was quite smart from Connor. What he was doing was allowing in the spray extra room for the cars ahead and around him, not knowing what others were. That's actually a very smart thing to do. Take the initial warning for a corner cut, knowing that you will live to fight another day.
Yeah, and it opens your line as well for the next corner.
Yes. It's not often I praise Connor, so there you are, Connor. I've been nice about you. That's my token one for the year.
We'll have a quick look at position changes while we're under the safety car. Freddy up a place, Hornets drop 1, Wookie's up 3. Same as Chris from towards the back of the grid, so great start by you, lad. Not surprised with being an elite driver.
I was just trying not to have any crashes.
Yeah.
ETA
Amazing.
on the rain drying up is 5 minutes, I've asked the engineer, so probably too early for him to pop the dries on now, as you can probably gather from this spray, but don't be surprised
Airways
if
and Saviour decided to box under the safety car, which no harm, no foul with them being higher tier drivers.
They'll be doing that now to try and gamble.
This is not the start Stu would have wanted, though. He's 3 places down off his starting spot, but most importantly, it's also got him behind Wookie. Yep. So it's not the ideal start that Stu would have wanted.
No.
Bearing in mind, there's still plenty of laps to go, and we haven't had a complete full green racing lap yet.
By the way, just a heads up, you might want to have a look at Saviour. He's just put the hard tyre on. It's still very much on the wet side. He's put the hard tyre compound on. He did this on Friday. It's a great benefit, and he got a podium out of it. And whilst I think it's too early, that with potential chaos to come on the restart could be a bold move.
Yeah, it is a bit of a gamble, and obviously with the water on track, as he doesn't even make the corner, and he's just about holds the car. We'll move away from him for the time being, save his dignity.
Yeah, it's more of a gamble I feel than on Friday, because the safety car could be coming in this lap, maybe. If it considers the first lap as a lap under the safety car.
I think we'll have one more lap, personally.
One more, yeah. Sometimes the game counts that first lap, and sometimes it doesn't, so we'll find out pretty soon. But if it does come in this lap, I think it won't work out well for Saviour, and Chris will win that battle.
Well, those hard tyres at the moment, yes, they've just come out. They've briefly been in the tyre blankets, but since coming out of them and now they're on a wet track, those hard tyres are practically going to be stone cold.
Airways is stuck behind him, unable to actually catch the field because Saviour's unable to carry the corner grip.
Yeah, he's slowly catching up to the back of the conga line.
Well, he's managed to heat them up to 85 degrees about, so it's not too bad, but yeah, safety car will be up for another lap. Yeah. Saviour will be happy about that.
That gives him more opportunity for that tyre strategy to work.
Yeah. Because the rain's... It looks a bit thinner, but...
Yeah, it looks a bit lighter now, so...
So is anybody going in? Nobody's going in.
I'm very surprised about that.
What's the visibility like, Chris, at the moment with the...
Lots of spray still. Lots of spray. I can still see plenty. So, yeah, I think the other thing to consider is sliding around wears your tyre out a lot. So whilst the tyre might be fine in the restart, it's about making it to the end. And if you're going to put the hard tyre on, you've got to make sure you make it to the end.
It seems just going back to X briefly, because obviously these are roughly the same race conditions and way it's going, than it was on Friday. It dried up relatively quick.
It did, yeah.
It did.
Yeah, the safety car stayed out pretty long, so it gave a lot of time for the track to. And I think it's
it's a very long lap.
It has now.
Yeah, I can see no raindrops, so it's a very long lap behind the safety car as well. Anyway, it gives the track plenty of time to dry up.
Yep. So had anybody else pit on the previous lap, they would have won a lot of time, because this track is going to warm up and dry out. And
I think you'll see a lot of people pit this lap.
Yeah, some people might.
I think those towards the front probably would gamble and probably keep going those towards the front of the grid, but those towards the back will probably take the gamble.
There's still a lot of spray, that's the only thing to bear in mind. A lot of spray that hurts your tyre temperature. We'll see on the restart if the driver, being Saviour, does continue with any pace or whether he struggles, but I think we're still one lap away, but...
Track's looking more greasy than wet now, as safety car is coming in now.
there's still a fair bit of spray, I can tell you for
yeah.
free.
So what you're saying is probably still intermediate conditions at this moment.
Yep.
Yes, well, we saw on Friday it was around lap 5 and 6 is where it actually became drivable. Lap 5, so that was the crossover lap, and lap 6 is where the dry tyre is faster. So I think
there's quite a gap I've seen on the mini-map with Sambal.
Pitting now wouldn't really give any benefit because by the time you leave the pits it will still be a bit wet, so you'll still lose time. So you may as well stick with your inters and then go to hard tyres. It was during the safety car that pitting was a good
green
thing.
with Armour to lead him off, and he's going to be going out of the bus stop. Safest place in these conditions. There's a few cars at the back driving into the pits. Fox and Rendog, Winky as well.
Lots of people pitting in front of me.
Yep, towards the back. A lot of movers at the back for the pits.
Well, that slowed people down very much, yeah.
Yeah, it really held me up in particular. Sambal and Smith would have lost out from that as well behind me. But I think it's a lap too soon still. There's still plenty of spray on the tyre. And yeah, it's crucial for tyre temperature.
It's still too soon because Xavier on the exit of La Source has completely lost traction.
Freddy's looking to make a move.
Compared to Airways.
On Armour. Makes the move stick. The Red Bull now leads ahead of the Alpine. So Freddy not wasting time.
So
gains a position.
For now, all the Inter drivers will be putting away from the dry weather tyres, but the question marks will be on whether or not they should be pitting this lap. And Chris is absolutely, wow, so much pace, and ooh, a bit of a twitch, but he's kept it going.
I burnt my inters on the rear a little bit on the burnouts.
Baby Hornet dropping back a bit from the front two. He's coming under a bit of pressure from Wookie and the McLaren.
Yeah. It's in his interest to play the team game as much as he can because he's in a championship fight in X and he might need Stubbs' help at some point, maybe.
Hive
so he'd like
all over the back of single track. Hive doing all right at the moment in the Mercedes. Stubbs still stuck there in 7th at the moment, which is not doing his championship hopes that great as Hive goes a bit wide out of Blanchimont with the wet track still. Wonder if we'll have any movers into the bits. Yeah, we've got a few cars going into the bits. Baby Hornet, single track and Hive diving in as Freddy, Armour and Wookie carry on. And so does Stube.
Topher goes fastest.
Freddy's got a 1.2 second lead out front now.
I actually continued, so the other Alpine has the free reign to pit if they choose to. I don't know where they are on track, but
Armour is second. He's 1.5 behind Freddy.
That's not right then.
No.
Yeah.
Good idea, but
I think it was the right thing not to pit this lap. But I'm looking at the gap between Xavier and Smith, and Xavier's catching up. Of course, Xavier's a very quick driver, but this could
Xavier's got past Smith as you're talking there on the side of the.
There's still a bit of spray, but I think this is the lap to pit.
We can see from Xavier's on board anyway that the spray is slowly going away. It's like flicking on and off, and
there's dry patches.
Definitely. Yeah.
As I've just seen a move further down. Connor's made the move for 16th on the medium tyres.
I was saying Baby Hornet is closing in on Smith, but he ran wide at No Name. As he goes through Pouon now, and he clearly has more grip than Smith. Oh, he has a... I'm sorry, mate. I didn't mean to curse you. I was complimenting you.
Single track and Fox having a scrap. Surely the front four should pit.
Real wing damage.
5.
He's struggling with the rear tyres. He's got damage. He's got damage. He must have damage. I'm so gutted for him. He's going to be retiring, I think.
That's not going to be good for Ferrari's chances in the constructors, as everybody who's still on intermediates has now as full. Winky's gone.
It's virtual, isn't it?
No, it's full.
No, it's full.
Oh yeah, I can see it now. Yeah, I can see it.
Full safety car because of a crash with Winky. Which
everyone at the front will be pitting. Hard tyres decided to go for, but there's plenty on mediums.
Yeah.
Freddie retains the lead because of the safety car.
Well, on Friday, G-Star made an absolutely amazing stint on medium tyres, nearly made it work. So this might have given people confidence that they can go to the end.
Oh, it's doable. It's definitely doable, but it's at what point does the medium tyre pace drop off in relation to the hards? But it's fine. Both tyres should make it to the end from here, especially the safety car.
Expert, I think I pitted on the first safety car in Expert, which was around lap 3, and I think it was about lap 5 we went green racing, and I went to the end on those hard tyres. Took a bit of nursing at the end, but they will do it. So the hard tyres will go to the end from here as long as you manage them.
Oh yes, they will, definitely.
And as you can tell, the track is bone dry now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that the safety car came out because this hasn't. It stopped the strategy battle. Some people went for the gamble of going for dry tyres early, others not, and some have benefited from basically a free pit stop. So it's a shame we've not seen how that strategic battle could develop.
And what it has done as well is we've got Wookie and Stu, 4th and 5th. They're going to be nose to tail with each other on the restart. So they're definitely wanting to get the better hand of each other on the restart with the championship on the line.
Stu might be playing a very long game though. He can clinch it tonight. He needs 11 points on Wookie to clinch the title tonight, but he's got 2 more races after that.
Because we've still got to go to Imola and then Qatar to round off the season, and also the game cycle as well.
I just pre-ordered the new game today. Not in the shop I told you about the other day, which is a Ferrari driver.
Fancy having a shop called Leclerc. Especially in France.
Well, that was my first reaction when Leclerc came in 2018. I thought, oh, it's like a shop. It's like me, people when I give my name, oh, Neto, it's like a shop. Yeah.
Dear, oh dear.
So he
obviously the driver's more famous than the shop.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What he can put on his CV now is that he's more famous than the shop now.
Probably not as old as.
Charles will be very happy to hear that from you.
Probably not as old as the shop, but definitely more famous.
Yeah. But we had also in France the Général Leclerc during World War II. So that was the first famous Leclerc.
Leclerc!
I absolutely loved that video, mate. The kid absolutely dying, calling out for Leclerc.
Very high-pitched voice that was.
Charles Leclerc! Oh dear, right.
There's one way to try and get the attention of a racing driver.
Could we be getting the safety car coming in this lap?
No, we only overtook it not long ago.
You only overtook it, but it had been waiting for a whole lap, so it could be counting that one.
Yeah, Rain Dog's just catching up, so there we are, safety car in.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier on. Sometimes it counts that lap and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. I just want to quickly say that is one big Red Bull sandwich that we have at the moment, because you've got Freddie at the front and then Rendog at the back. A Red Bull sandwich, ooh, I don't like the sound of that.
I'd rather have Chris at the front or the back, because he's got decent buns.
Are you referring to my sandwiches earlier. My sandwiches.
Yeah.
Come on, boys.
Yeah, I thought so. My fromage.
I don't want to get in
sandwich.
trouble. I don't want to get in trouble with Mark. As we're going racing again, as Freddie gets us back underway.
Right now, Chris is the fromage. Yes. Right in the middle of everybody. P9.
Hive attacking single track into La Source. He's going for it on the inside. Single track very deep there.
We're gonna jump on Stu to see if he has a crack at Wookie down the Camel Straight, but Wookie seems to have a bit of legs on him.
Martin's coming back.
Yep.
Let's have a little bit of look at that.
Having a Zonta moment.
Oh, Hive's in there as well. Woi! Here we go.
I'm going to let them have this one. I'm going to let them I'm going to let them have that moment.
Yeah, and he knows he's in an Alpine.
Oh, Wookie, so 3 seconds.
This is
that is vital for the championship.
Yeah.
That is. He is definitely going to have to get his foot down now, especially to have to gap by 3 seconds. As he's having a look around the outside of Saviour at No Name, which is a very brave idea. He's having a look on the run down to Puon now. Saviour backs out.
Not to, not to interfere. That's very good.
But he's got Stoob right up his diffuser now, so Stoob's not going to be too happy about that. Yellow flag, Baby Hornet's gone at Puon.
I think it's his rear wing damage. I'm convinced he's got rear wing damage. His car's not looking good at all.
No, well, he's a brave soul for carrying on. Stoob looking very racy on the back of Saviour at the moment because he is really wanting to get past that hash because it's between him and Wookie. As he has a look on the inside.
On those old tyres as well,
Fox had a bit of a late break and had a look at Stoob on the way into the bus stop as well.
Absolutely gutted for Simon. Now left the lobby. So, is he also having connection problems on top of damage problems?
This is really hurting Stoob at the moment. He's still stuck behind Saviour, and Wookie has opened up a 2.1 second lead. As it's looking rather dicey behind Saviour and Stoob with the likes of Fox, Single Track, Chris, and to be fair, Hive not too far behind the train as well.
Yeah, he had a moment at Lacombe. I overtook him on the way in, then he got a bit dicey in the middle part, lost his rear. Otherwise, he has good pace. He'll be in the mix, I think, with the others.
Stoob dropping back a tiny bit from Saviour.
Connor's whoa, nearly lost it at Prix.
Yeah, that's allowed Ghost Rider through.
Yeah, lower tier driver.
Yellow flag. That's Baby Hornet's
that's
AI car. That just proves that.
I think that's him. Because he joined the lobby back. He can't turn. Come on,
mate. That car is safety car. Safety car for the spun Ferrari. As Saviour's pitting,
a safety car, but
which releases.
What's got overtaken the way into the pits by Hive? That's a bit rude.
You can retire the car, Simon. You don't have to suffer from.
Yeah, there's no shame in it.
Yeah, it's undrivable. Just don't put yourself through it. Come and reserve tier 4 later on and smash everything.
Just not others.
I'm trying to be comforting.
It doesn't suit you, Ant.
Yeah, the Ferrari has entered the pit lane.
I nearly hit the safety car as it was waiting on the way down to La Source, to Eau Rouge even.
Checking nobody else gets. Nah, you're all going through nicely.
Yep, there it is. The Ferrari has retired.
Yeah, real shame for you, mate. It was going well, good qualifying, and one simple mistake with the low grip on the on the track. That's how quick it can go in pool.
Yeah.
It's already hard enough to go with full grip when it's still a bit of a damp track. It's
yeah,
so
Simon's
tough
just
to
put
go
into
through.
management chat now that he had rear wing damage. That is heartbreaking, as you said. That really
it was clear to
Yeah.
see, because to be honest, you don't lose it at Prix 1 unless you have no rear grip.
No, and if you have no rear wing, that is the last corner in the whole calendar you want to be
Yeah, because
attacking. So high speed.
Because that rear is pushing down as you're going through that section of corner, and when you've got damage on that rear, it's not, the back end's not being pushed down as much, so that rear's going to be slightly up, which means it's going to be more to more to slide in.
Just looking at Race Director here, so Airways is the first of the cars that made 2 stops, but one of those was 2 sets of inters. The first car who's made 2 sets of drives is on a new set of mediums.
Oh, Stu's deciding to box.
Is Rendog, by the way. Rendog is the man in the net lead with the new tyres. So
okay. Well, there is a 1 lap difference between him and the guys ahead of him, and Stu's in the pits.
Yeah, he's. I think that'll be for the medium tyres, which, Rendog, 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh dear. Okay, so this is surprising. We're going to have a 5-6 lap difference between some drivers. So some will clearly go to the end. Yep.
Yeah. So go ahead. No, go.
I was going to say some are clearly going to have pace right until the end, and some are going to be managing maybe 5 laps from here. So it's going to be interesting to see that dynamic.
I was really happy with my hard tyres compared to the medium pace going towards the middle sector in particular. So that safety car's kind of thrown the hard medium debate from that previous safety car out the window.
Yeah. Yeah, the hard tyres are very, very nice tyre around this track.
They are.
Well,
really
around most
nice
tracks, but definitely around Spa.
It's bizarre. The old games, the hard tyre was never the one of choice, and yet on this game, it's a door.
Yeah, the medium was the preferred tyre on recent versions of the game, but it seems to be the hard tyre.
Can you remember how hard it was to heat the hard tyres on F122?
It was impossible.
Oh, don't go there.
On Bahrain, you take 3 or 4
there.
laps to heat them up.
You had to run tyre temps and pressures which were so untoward that on any other compounds it was horrible.
Yeah.
Just to make the hards work. I'm in a Mercedes sandwich, Jan. This is something I've never experienced.
Safety car in this lap.
How does it feel?
Feels glorious. I mean, I should actually be ahead of Hy-Vee. He overtook me on the pit entry. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
If it's okay because I'm not on his tier, but it's not something that really should happen.
Yeah. I think it will probably be pointed out after the race.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll have a friendly chat with him. He didn't do any harm. He's new.
So, all eyes on the man from the Faroe Islands.
Yep, Freddie at the start of this restart.
Is he looking pretty up front? Or looking pretty up front?
Well, I wouldn't say pretty being in a Red Bull.
Oh, don't swear on the stream, Carl.
I think
this
he's
is
gone.
a PG stream.
He's got his foot down.
Exit.
Yeah, he's got a
Pretty good exit.
about the same exit as Armour. About half a second between them on the restart, as Stub and Adamski fighting further back. Stub making the moves on on those fresh medium tyres. He's looking to make ground. Not a bad idea to go for the mediums from here, because they will go from here to the end, but they will not be in the best conditions towards the end.
9, 10, 11, 12, all Mercedes
Saviour
drivers.
single track almost having a bit of a Zonta moment. Saviour gets Adamski, but single track stayed out of it to live another day. Wookie is...
Oh, Adamski's off at Rivage. He's come back on.
Yep. Wookie keeping the front two close for company. He's doing what he needs to do at this moment in time.
I'd be feeling very confident right now. And Wookie's got 3 seconds? Has he just got a penalty? Or is it...
He's had it for a few laps.
Oh, yes, he did. Yeah, we said it could be a huge event for the championship. I'd be feeling very confident if I were Stu, because he's the guy with the fresh tyres. He's only 1.2 seconds behind the group ahead of him. So he can just take his time and use the grip later on if he wants to. But the next challenger he's got is Hive Eclipse, down in P9. So he's pretty much alone for the moment.
Who's coming under pressure from our resident other commentator on those medium tyres. With his...
it's a nice dicey little group we've got here. It's a bit of fun.
Yep, nice little train you've got there, with you at the back of it. Lovely view there.
Big battle in Bosnia.
Yeah, we'll stick with this train for the time being. As we can see you, Chris, lining up Hive on the exit of Radion. About a finger's width between the two of you before there comes, as Hive has got 3 seconds.
Yep.
Now then, the train has caught Stube. So now Stube is part of that train now at the front of it.
I mean, if I'm George Russell, Chris is Lewis Hamilton, and you're Mick Schumacher, who is Fox?
Kimi Antonelli. No, that's too good. No, he. Oh no. Kimi Antonelli's not proven yet, and Fox is good. He can be Nico Rosberg.
Ouch.
So the pariah.
Avanash says go Bailey.
What was that, Carl?
Avanash says go Bailey in the YouTube chat. Saviour's got 3 seconds. My very first teammate back from season 2 in MRC, so there's the little link between me and Avanash. This train practically goes from first all the way down to 9th or 10th.
Yeah.
The top 10 are all within the same eye shot of each other.
And then the bottom, what is it, 7? Is it?
Something like that.
Together as well.
I mean, looks like Bailey's having a bit of fun with Fox, as we saw at the back of shot. Stube all over the back of Airways.
Yep. He'll be biding his time as well. He knows that the tyres ahead of him are going to drop off very soon, and it might be already dropping off. 8 laps of wear, maybe 5.
Oh, Saviour's getting very close to the rear of the Ferrari. And then obviously you've got single track. It's a very... Airways going slightly wide at Pouon. Wookie dropping off from the front 2. It's 1.9, so he's... I wonder if Stube's going to have a look at Airways here. Looking to go around the outside of Blanchimont. Backs out of it. Plays the smarter option. I don't think he'll have a look into the bus stop. He'll wait until the Camel Straight, as Airways actually pitched, so that releases Stube. So the next car for Stube is his championship rival, Wookie.
So
yeah, I've just noticed Armour's pitted as well. As we have an Alpine and the Williams just at the back of shot going side by side. Chris, what are you trying to do with Martin?
It was just friendly play. Bit of foreplay, that was all. Just buttering them up before we have any real engage down the straight.
Looks like Stube's going to have an attack on Wookie here for second. And the Ferrari goes past way before the braking zone. So that puts Stube ahead of Wookie.
Yep, no real point in fighting that position for Wookie.
No.
He didn't have DRS. He's got a penalty. He knows he's going to lose the position, so he may as well.
Oh, that's looking tight between Bailey and Martin. Oi, careful, boys. Oh, contact!
All the time, you have to leave a space. It was not a car's width. But that's okay. It's only friendly.
I know you like flashing, Bailey, but really?
I left it on by mistake through Rivage.
Anyway,
that's a bit of his Hamilton moment, but with the ERS, so it's not too bad.
He did that at Bahrain.
Not the magic.
Hamilton did that Bahrain this season, left it on by mistake and then forgot.
Drop a bit further down the grid to have a look at some of the cars further back, because we have a look at the fight between Ghost Rider and Connor. The Alfa Romeo behind the Aston Martin, and Connor getting a bit out of shape, which is allowed Ghost Rider to get right up the back of the Aston Martin. He's looking to go round the outside of Blanchimont.
Wow.
Whoa, that is very close to comfort. That is almost contact, which has allowed the Haas to follow through as well. So Connor, I would say, has nearly lost 2 places from that. He has lost 2 places. No, he's still side by side with Sambal, both with the RS drag race to turn 1. So yeah, Connor has lost 2 places from that.
Looking at the lead right now, Stube has caught up 6/10 in the last.
Saviour's just got Wookie, and now Martin's going to have a look as well. Wookie's just lost 2 places down the Camel Straight, but luckily that's not going to hurt his position too much, because he at the moment is still sat in 3rd place prospectively, because he has got all the higher tier drivers racing him. He's getting bullied by the big boys at this moment in time.
So I was saying in the last lap, Stube has nearly caught up the 2nd on Freddy. He's clearly got the pace on him, and he's managing his ERS very well as well. So he's got the pace to go and clinch this victory if he needs to. And Wookie will probably finish 5th.
As it stands, he's 3rd in tier, so...
So 3rd.
It will go on to another race, I think. I don't think Stu will mathematically have sealed it at this moment. Virtual.
BSC.
That is, I think, to do with David in the Williams. So that's calmed things down a little bit at the moment. Adamski, 3 seconds. Will anyone? Nope.
A
couple of people decide to stay out under the virtual. Well, we have one dive in at the back. Fox has gone in.
Wookie's in. I think. Oh no, he's not. It's Fox. Sorry, Mara.
Fox has gone in. Ghost Rider's decided to dive in, and so Sambal as well. So a few drivers deciding to pit under this virtual, which is not a bad idea, as it's now ended. But that gap, Freddy's lost so much time under that virtual. He must have took it very, very steady, because it's 3/10 between them, and now Stube is going to be right on the attack on this Red Bull. We have a Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc coming up with Freddy and Stube, but Freddy seems to have opened up the gap a little bit from, he's opened up the gap quite a bit now. It's 8/10 now, so...
another 3 seconds for Wookie. This could be incredibly important.
6 seconds now on Wookie. Yep. That is really damaging for him.
Yep, because Harvick Clips behind is on only 3 seconds, so as long as he stays within 3 seconds of Wookie, he gets the position on him. And
as it stands though,
P4.
He'll only drop 1 place though, Wookie, because Schmidt is 9 seconds, nearly 10 seconds behind his teammates.
Yep, but crucially, if he finishes P4 and Stube wins it, which he's very close to doing right now, this will give Stube the championship.
As Hive is right on the back of Wookie, the Mercedes looking to attack the McLaren, decides to wait as he comes through the bus stop onto the start-finish straight, decides to wait.
Wookie knows that it's now or never.
Yep. Stu doing what he needs to do in second. He's three.
Have a look at the lead.
Yeah, I can see that. As he's having a go. Oh, he gets off on the grass. But he makes the move. Stu leads. Which is crucial in this championship. If he wants to try and seal it tonight.
And has gone through.
Yep, so Wookie down to P7 on track. But that will be P4 as it stands at the moment. So
I've cut that corner there, so he could be getting another penalty soon.
Yeah, Hive on 3 seconds respectively himself, so doesn't need to be.
Yeah, he's got a
another
warning
one
for that corner cutting, so he is. I think he's a warning away from getting another 3 seconds penalty. So it's not all over, and he is. There it is.
Yeah,
he went wide.
Level pegging now.
That was very avoidable, but the race is on for Wookie.
Yeah, that does Wookie a favour because all he needs to do now is try and attack Hive, but Hive looking to get us. Ooh, Wookie goes a bit deep, which allows Hive a bit of breathing space.
If you're listening, Connor, I'm looking a bit at your acceleration input. You're jabbing a lot on the acceleration.
Always.
I think you should be smoother with it because that unsettles your car.
That in place has got an internet connection issue that it's not feeding back correctly from.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, because it looks like he's on off, on off, on off. So.
Yeah, because he's about to be he's about to be attacked from airways.
R9 P9 is attacking.
Yep. Alpine on Mercedes as Fox gets the fastest lap on the soft tyres. So that kind of, with that being on the soft tyres, that kind of stops Stu from getting that fastest lap, which I think he needs.
Anyway. He doesn't.
Oh no, he wouldn't need it as Fox. I think we have a few drivers.
Oh yeah. If Wookie finishes fourth.
Oh, contact between Martin and Bailey. We just caught that. Come on, boys. You should be better than that. You should know. You should know better, you two. Oh, Adamski's gone at the bus stop.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
As Martin and Chris still going at it each other at P1. You got any clean underwear still, Chris?
All of it. I'm having fun. This is great battle.
Whoa.
This is a great battle.
It certainly does make some good viewing there.
Is that the PG version of This is Dangerous, boys?
Up front though, Freddy is holding on to Stu. He's not giving up in this race.
No, he's just under 4 tenths, 3.5, nearly 2 tenths. Yeah, about just under 3 tenths behind. As we have a yellow flag for a slow car.
Crucially though, Hive has distance Wookie. He's the second and a half
he's got
ahead of him.
Yeah, that's opened up that
no
gap.
DRS for Wookie.
No.
Hive could just run away, get another penalty, but still then finish up 3 seconds ahead of him. So this is not looking good for Wookie one bit.
No, as Fox does an even quicker lap this time round. Will Freddy have a look at Stube on the run down the Camel Straight towards Lecombs?
You don't pronounce the S at the end. It's Lecombe.
Lecombe. Oh, contact between the two at the front and Freddy's round. Freddy's lost an end plate.
Oh my goodness.
There was contact between the Red Bull and the Ferrari.
I think that's more than an end plate.
All I could see was an end plate on the side.
Well. Yeah.
Monster says hello in the YouTube chat.
Oh. He just ghosted in time. Bloody. Ugh.
Careful.
That was close.
Don't want Hodge on your back for any language that shouldn't be said.
Pardon my French.
But I have a feeling that'll probably be looked at in the stewards because there was clear contact between Stube and Freddy as Freddy was looking to make the move.
Yep. Regardless of penalties though, this puts Wookie back into P3, so...
Yep. It's not over yet.
So it's game on for 1 point.
Yep. It's quite spread across the track, though. The only fight we have is Stu, Xavier, Chris, and Martin. Everybody else is very spread out. It's only the top 4 that are within
none
earshot.
of us are actually attacking Stu because of the tier difference.
Xavier's pitted
now rather than next lap, interestingly.
So that's moved Hive up.
That saved us the battle.
So at the moment, Stu is looking very comfortable for the race win here.
Yeah, he should have it.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be any issue from here.
Because he's got at least 3 to about 4 seconds to Hive.
Yep. Himself, he's nearly 3 seconds ahead of Wookie.
I've just lifted early at the end of the straight to not ruin his line for Lacombe. This is about his race really now. I don't see anyone getting close to him.
No. Not with a lap left. Well, a lap and a half. So currently P4 would be going to Smith than P9.
Yep. He's just off the DRS of Xavier. Ghost Rider not too far off the back of Rendog, who's holding a penalty himself, so Ghost Rider will benefit from that.
From that, and Connor's penalties as well. I think he's up to 6 seconds, if I remember correctly. So
well, we'll get
Ghost
penalties up brief. Have a look. Hive and Wookie 6 seconds. Connor also 6, and then you got Fox, Xavier, Rendog's on 5 for speeding in pit lane. And the other 2 on 3 seconds is David and Airways towards the back end of the order.
As so apart from that battle, everybody's very spread out.
Yeah.
So it's Rendog. Oh,
Rendog
hit the wall and came back onto Ghost. I don't think Ghost has got any damage. He managed to react to that very
No, there's
well.
no damage on that Alfa Romeo.
Yeah,
and it's
well done to him for avoiding that. Yep.
Apart from
That could have ended so badly there.
Yeah.
I mean, Rendog has done well to keep going, and I think he's decided to stay out with it being the last lap.
There's no point in hitting for one lap. You won't be recovering.
So I'm going to jump to the front, and we're going to follow Stu round on his last lap, which looks to be his title. Well,
no, it's not, because he's only taking 10 points on Wookie. So mathematically,
Wookie's got penalties to apply, isn't he?
Yeah,
6 seconds.
Well, Armagh hasn't pit. He should have pit. So he'll be disqualified from the race. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I think Armagh. This is Armagh's
driver. He's got a pit.
Is he? I thought this was his pit.
No, he's not. He's tier 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's now being tier 2. So he'll be disqualified from the race, and Wookie won't be losing any positions. Mind you, you've got Xavier behind. Oh no, he's on a 3-second penalty as well. So no, Wookie has got his P3 safe.
Okay. So Stu out of the bus stop, and we'll take the win in Belgium, which is crucial in the championship. Hive will finish second. Wookie will be 4th on track. Armagh jumps to second. So now just waiting for the rest of the grid to come across the line. Smith crosses the line in P8. Connor will cross the line P9. Ghost Rider will leapfrog in for P9. Connor drops to P10. Sambal gets P10, so Connor drops outside of the top 10. Freddie finishes P12, which is not deserving of his drive in any way, shape or form. He had a phenomenal drive, just coming together with Stube towards a couple laps ago. Rendog finishes 13th. Fox And Airways crawls across the line. Fox just crawls across the line. And now we're just waiting on David to be the last one to cross the line in 16th. And then we have Adamski, Baby Hornet, and I'll finish off the non-finishers after. But crucially, he is very much got the championship within fingertips after tonight. Yep. Stu. Yep.
Wookie could still clinch it by getting 2 wins, 2 fastest laps, and Stu not scoring a single point just on race
he
wins.
Proves that he is the mighty one tonight, Stu, with his best Magneto impression. He is going to be over the moon at the moment. I think Stu's going to have to take a bit of... I think Stu is going to be taken to the rum after this, or whatever. He's going to be raiding that alcohol cupboard. He's probably having a little alcohol spray himself at the moment, but we'll run through the order now. As we said, Stu wins in Belgium to get within fingertips of the title. Armar second as it stands in the order. Hive P3. Wookie finishes P4. Chris Bailey P5. Saviour 6th. Single Track 7th. Smith 8th. Ghost Rider 9th. Sambal rounds off the top 10. Connor just finishes outside the top 10. Freddie 12th. After being a strong drive consistently at the front majority of the race. Rendog 13th. Airways 14th, Fox 15th, David 16th, and then we've got the non-finishers of Adamski, Baby Hornet, Winky, and Lorpy. Who would you say is a standout driver disregarding those higher tier drivers?
I think Hive had a really good race. He finished P2 there, and he had the pace on on Wookie, who's fighting for the championship. Obviously, Stu had a really good race. He finished first.
Stu did what he needed to do.
P6, was it? Yeah.
Yes,
he had a good race. I think I'm going to have to give it... And I'm not being biased. I'm giving it to the Mercedes of Hive Eclipse.
To be honest, Hive is a shout. I mean, apart from the incident that happened, Freddie... phenomenal drive from him. Just an unfortunate situation that may end up in the steward's room afterwards. Mm-hmm. Did you enjoy that, Chris, from your end of things?
Oh, absolutely loved it as always.
I can tell you'll be in the DMs and stuff with Martin in about 5 minutes' time.
Oh, already on it, mate.
Telling him you need to leave a bit more space. Doing your best Fernando Alonso impression.
Well, them be the rules.
Yeah. So that is the comp tier done and dusted for this week. They will be back next Wednesday at Imola. Next up, we have one more race to do in Spa before we say farewell to the country of Belgium, and that is the sports tier. And I'm guessing, Ant, you're actually one of the reserves, so you'll be getting in your race seat after this.
Yeah, I'm crossing my fingers that Chris will be driving as well. I think he's eaten, so maybe he can reserve.
I feel like I've had my fun for the evening. Let people have their chance. There's other people wanting a chance, like Jackster. He missed out, unfortunately. So.
Yeah, he had an unfortunate DNF on Monday, which was good for Mercedes because we had another double points finish. So that's different altogether. But that, like I said, that is it for the comp tier. You got
by Mercedes.
Yes. Oh yeah, definitely forgot that bit. How long we got till sport? Because I ain't got a clock or anything to look at.
About 20 minutes.
You got 20 minutes until the sport tier gets underway. So from me, from Ant, and from Chris, it's a very well-deserved good night.
Night.